Welcome back to Zen Zone Health, your trusted source for all things mental wellness and emotional well-being. Today, we're diving into a topic that's often swept under the rug, but impacts millions of adults worldwide: the long-term effects of childhood emotional abuse and its lasting impact. The scars of emotional abuse run deep and can manifest in ways you might not even realize are connected to your past experiences. If you experienced emotional abuse as a child, whether it was constant criticism, manipulation, intimidation, or being ignored, you might recognize some of these behaviors in yourself as an adult today. We're going to take a hard look in the mirror today and identify those signs together. This isn't about placing blame or pointing fingers. It's about understanding, acknowledging, and ultimately, taking control of your life and your future. You deserve to live a life free from the weight of your past. So let's get started on this journey together.
Now, this one often goes hand in hand with conflict avoidance. It's the people-pleasing syndrome. When you've been conditioned to believe that your worthiness is dependent on the approval of others, you become a people-pleaser. You bend over backward to make everyone happy, often at the expense of your own well-being. But here's the truth: you are enough. You are worthy of love and respect, just as you are. It's time to break free from the need to please everyone and start prioritizing your own happiness. Let's talk about shyness and its impact on our lives. Some people are naturally introverted, and that's perfectly okay. It's a part of who they are. But if you find yourself crippled by shyness, unable to speak up, share your thoughts, or connect with others on a deeper level, it could be a sign of past emotional abuse or trauma. When you've been repeatedly criticized, ridiculed, or made to feel small, it can be terrifying to put yourself out there and be vulnerable. You might fear judgment, rejection, or even more criticism from those around you. So you retreat into your shell, hoping to avoid any potential pain or discomfort. But the world needs your voice, your courage, and your presence. It needs your unique perspective, your talents, your light, and your contributions. Challenge yourself to speak up, to share your thoughts, to connect with others, and to be heard.
Now, this one's a real heartbreaker. Self-blame. When you've been subjected to emotional abuse, it's easy to internalize the messages of your abuser. You start to believe that you're the problem, that you're flawed, that you deserve to be treated poorly. This can lead to a chronic sense of guilt, shame, and self-doubt. You might blame yourself for everything that goes wrong, even when it's clearly not your fault. But listen to me. You are not to blame. The abuse you endured was never your fault. It's time to start challenging those negative self-beliefs and replace them with truth. Let's talk about self-bullying. The critical voice of your abuser becomes internalized, and you become your own worst critic. You might constantly put yourself down, focus on your flaws, or compare yourself negatively to others. This negative self-talk can be incredibly damaging to your self-esteem and your overall well-being. But you don't have to live with that critical voice in your head. Start by becoming aware of your negative self-talk. Challenge those thoughts. Replace them with positive affirmations. Treat yourself with the same kindness and compassion you would offer a dear friend.
Now, this one's all about validation. When you've grown up without consistent love, support, and affirmation, you develop a deep-seated need for validation from others. You crave external approval to feel good about yourself. You might constantly seek compliments, reassurance, or attention from others. But true validation comes from within. It's about recognizing your own worth, regardless of external circumstances or the opinions of others. It's about learning to love and accept yourself unconditionally. Let's talk about anger. Anger is a natural human emotion. But when you've experienced emotional abuse, it can be tricky to express anger in a healthy way. You might have learned to suppress your anger, to stuff it down deep inside, to avoid rocking the boat. But bottled up anger doesn't just disappear. It festers and grows. Eventually, it will find a way to explode, often in unhealthy and destructive ways. Find healthy outlets for that anger. Exercise, journaling, talking to a therapist. These are all great ways to release pent-up anger in a constructive way. Now, this last one is a heavy one, but we need to talk about it. Anxiety and depression are serious issues that affect many people. There's a strong correlation between childhood trauma and a higher risk of developing mental health issues later in life, particularly anxiety and depression. These issues can manifest in various ways. When you've experienced emotional abuse, your brain is literally wired differently, affecting how you respond to stress and emotions. The stress response system is heightened, making you more susceptible to anxiety, panic attacks, and overwhelming feelings of fear and worry. This can be incredibly challenging to manage on your own. It's crucial to be aware of the link and to seek professional help if you're struggling. Recognizing the signs is the first step towards healing. Therapy, medication, and lifestyle changes can make a world of difference. These interventions can help you regain control and improve your quality of life.
Listen, I know this has been a lot to process, but recognizing these signs is the first step towards healing. You've taken a brave step today by acknowledging the impact of your past. If you see yourself in these signs, please know that you're not alone. Millions of adults are living with the aftermath of childhood emotional abuse. But there is hope. There is healing. If you or someone you know is struggling, don't hesitate to reach out for professional help. Stay healthy and take care.